Again this noon with breaking news. 3 people, including a child, were taken to the hospital after an explosion at the McDonogh School in Owings Mills.
Firefighters were called to McDonogh Road around 8:30 this morning after the blast rocked part of the campus during the first classes of the day.
Chopper 13 live over the scene now. Fire officials say the force of that blast blew off the top of what they call the smokestack on campus, causing bricks and debris to come tumbling down. WJZ now has team coverage of that explosion. We began with WJZ investigator Mike Helgren with the latest. Mike, what can you tell us?
Tim and Lynn, good afternoon. This could have been so much worse. We're told the injuries are minor, but the school has been dismissed out of an abundance of caution. Now, school administrators were set to hold a press conference 15 minutes ago. They abruptly canceled that and said they'd put a statement on the school's website. Maryland Occupational Safety and Health is investigating this. An explosion on the campus of the private McDonogh School in Owings Mills sent bricks flying on the campus just after 8:30 this morning. It blew off the top of what's called the shot tower, a smokestack attached to the boiler room. One student was hit by the debris. 2 adults were also injured. None of those injuries are life-threatening. The shot tower is not attached to any classroom buildings, but Fire Department spokeswoman Elise Armacost says students and staff in the nearby Ed St. John Center felt the explosion.
They obviously heard this very loud sound, and they immediately went on lockdown for a brief period of time until they determined that that wasn't really an issue, and they self-evacuated.
The school dismissed early at 11 o'clock this morning. There is no current danger on campus.
The first thing that our units did was set up a collapse zone, make sure that no one else was trapped in any adjacent structure. We have determined that no one is trapped, and other than those injuries that I mentioned, there are no additional injuries. There was no fire here.
Right now, an investigation is underway into why the shot tower blew up.
As far as the cause, which I know you're all going to be asking about, we are going to let the school deal with that.
BGE tells us they did respond here to the scene, but this was not a problem connected to them. There are some 1,400 students here from pre-kindergarten all the way up through seniors in high school and 200 staff members. Again, we want to stress that there is no danger on campus right now, but school has been dismissed for the day. Live in Owings Mills, Mike Helgren, WJZ.
Mike, thank you. And we continue our team coverage now with Rachel Carden, who spoke with a student hit by some falling debris. Rachel.
That's right. That student told us that he's actually fine. He was hit by falling bricks earlier today. Minor injuries. He actually drove himself off campus today. So he said he's grateful. Everyone is okay. Everyone's saying it could have been a lot worse. Now we can show you a picture that's circulating right now. A student took this picture after they heard the explosion. We know classes had begun at the time. They call this structure the smokestack. They say the top third of it was blown off in the blast at McDonogh School while classes were going on this morning. Parents were able to officially come get their kids for dismissal at 11, but many students drive themselves, so they left right after the campus was closed for the day and it was safe for them to leave. We spoke to one senior who said if this had happened any later, many more people could have gotten hurt. They're glad the school handled their safety the way they did.
Or later, yeah, because like it was between class times. Between class times, and like we always walk down that alley, so like it would have been really bad.
They were really good though. Like they made us all get out of the alley immediately. They like took every precaution.
Again, we are waiting for an update from school officials. They plan to post something on their website. As soon as we have those details, we'll bring them to you on air and online. For now we're live at McDonogh School. I'm Rachel Carden for WJZ.
Our live team coverage continues with Captain Cindy Thrift live in Chopper 13. Cindy.
Hi, thank you, Lynn. We are currently over that tower now where we can see damage that was occurred to the top of the tower where that explosion happened. The debris looks like it was thrown in about a 50-foot radius from that tower, falling onto the sidewalk as well as the adjacent rooftop. We can see some holes that are in the top of the roof there, so the roof has been damaged. It also looks like, if you look to the left of the building here, that this pickup truck was parked there at the time of the explosion. Reporting live from Chopper 13, I'm Captain Cindy Thrift. Back to you.